So here we are again, another week in Port Charles, and honestly, I don't even know where to start because the spoilers for the next 2 weeks, specifically March 9 through March 20, are just a lot. Like a whole lot. And I'm staring at my screen, trying to process the sheer amount of mess that is about to go down in this town. It's chaotic. It's messy. And it's exactly why we watch, right? But seriously, the stress levels are going to be through the roof for pretty much everyone involved. Let's just dive right into the deep end because Jen Sidwell is not playing games. Not even a little bit. We've seen him lurking, we've seen him threatening, but during the week of March 9, he is going to full-on flex his power. And who is the lucky recipient of this terror? Willow Tate. Poor Willow. She just can't catch a break. Sidwell is actually going to stop by her place. Like, just show up at her home where her children sleep. That is a violation. He's there to deliver fresh orders, which sounds ominous because it is. He's basically reminding her that she is his puppet. She dances when he says dance, and she has to take her cues from Ezra Boyle, who turns out to be Sidwell's mouthpiece. It's terrifying. Honestly, I don't know how Willow is keeping it together without completely cracking, but she's trying. But wait, it gets worse. Or better, depending on how much you love drama. Jason Morgan. Stone Cold himself. He's finally going to find out about Carly's little secret alliance with Valentine Cassadine. And let me tell you, he is not going to be happy. Spoilers say he is going to rip into her. And rightfully so. I mean, it's Valentine, the Cassadine, the guy who is currently hiding in attics and causing problems. Jason knows he just knows that getting in bed with the Cassadine, metaphorically mostly, is a one-way ticket to disaster. So Jason is going to push her hard. He wants her to cut ties immediately. No ifs, ands, or buts. He wants it over. But Carly, she thinks she knows best. She thinks she can handle it. And that stubbornness is going to cause a massive rift between them right when they need to be united. So after Jason is done yelling at Carly, which I'm sure will be a scene for the history books, he goes to have a strategy session with Britt. Westbourne, and thank goodness for Britt. She's the only one who seems to be thinking clearly besides Jason. They need a plan. Because things are spiraling. And speaking of spiraling, let's talk about Marco Rios. This guy, he is in full-blown panic mode. He's trying to steal Britt's medication dose right, but he's freaking out. Is Pascal watching? Did the safe combination change? He's paranoid. He's sweating bullets. He thinks Sidwell doesn't trust him anymore. And he's probably right. In this world, once the boss stops trusting you, you're usually dead. So Marco is on edge, terrified that the upcoming dinner party at Wyndemere is going to be a disaster. And, spoiler alert, he's probably right about that too. And speaking of disasters, let's pivot to the Davis, Corinthos, Quartermain mess. Alexis Davis. She is on a mission. She loves her grandkids. She loves Danny. She loves Scout. And with Jason's life being so dangerous right now, I mean, the guy is planning for his own potential demise or disappearance. He's thinking about making Alexis the guardian for Danny if something happens to him. Which makes sense. Alexis is stable. Mostly, but there's a snag. A big legal snag. The restraining order. Remember that, yeah. Alexis can't have Danny and Scout under the same roof if that paperwork is still active. So she has to go to Willow. She has to beg. She has to plead. She needs Willow to lift the ban so she can protect these kids. And you have to wonder, with everything Willow is dealing with regarding Sidwell, does she even have the mental bandwidth to deal with Alexis? But for the sake of the kids, she might just have to. Then we have the romance department, which is just as messy as the mob department. Dante Falconeri and Elizabeth Baldwin. They are bonding. Like really bonding. Finding new reasons to connect. And it's sweet. It really is. But it's also complicated. Because Rick Lansing is back in the picture and he has got his hopes up. High up. Rick is looking at Liz and seeing a bright future. A reunion, a happy ending. And he's completely oblivious, or maybe just in denial about the fact that Dante is right there. Dante is the nice guy, the hero cop, and he's getting closer to Liz every day. And to make things even more interesting, Dante has news. He's going to deliver some info to Liz. Is it about the investigation? Is it about Delilah's past? The PCPD is looking into her family, and Dante might have found something. Something big. And if he shares that with Liz, it's only going to bring them closer. Which is going to make Rick absolutely furious. I can see the jealousy brewing already. And while we are talking about the police, let's not forget Harrison Chase. Sweet Chase. He's putting in a request. Paperwork. He wants to foster baby Jane Doe with Brooklyn. And honestly, my heart, they are so ready for this. Brooklyn is ready. They just need the baby to be healthy enough to leave GH. It's a glimmer of hope in a sea of darkness. A nice little storyline about love and family while everyone else is screaming and plotting murders. We need that balance. We really do. But don't get too comfortable because we have to talk about the bomb that is about to drop on Curtis Ashford. Or rather, the bomb that is about to drop on Portia and Jordan, which will eventually destroy Curtis. Jordan Ashford. Pregnant. Probably. The test is likely positive, and she's panicking. She knows she admitted it. That she was sloppy with the birth control during her reunion with Curtis. And now, consequences. But here is the kicker. Portia Robinson finds out. Of course she does. In this town, secrets have legs. And Portia, she is bitter. She is angry. Remember when Jordan blabbed about Portia's pregnancy? Yeah. Portia remembers. She remembers it vividly. And revenge is a dish best served cold. So the spoilers for the week of March 16 say Portia and Jordan are going to have a fierce face-off. And I am here for it. Jordan is going to lose it. Because Portia might just run to Curtis and tell him the news before Jordan gets a chance. Can you imagine Portia stealing that moment using Jordan's pregnancy as a weapon to hurt her? It's petty. It's messy. And it's exactly what is going to happen. Jordan is going to blow her top. She's going to be furious that her agency was taken away. And poor Curtis, the man is walking around thinking his life is complicated now. Just wait. He might have 2 babies on the way from 2 different women. Or maybe not. Maybe the writers are tricking us. But the drama is real. The tension between these 2 women is going to be thick enough to cut with a scalpel. And then there's Carly again. She just can't stay out of the fray. She's at Bobby's, her mom's place, may she rest in peace, and she has a shocking encounter with Jack Brennan. What does that mean? What are they talking about? Brennan is deep in the pikeman stuff. He's a spy. He's dangerous. And Carly is... Carly. Is she trying to get info? Is he threatening her? It adds another layer of danger to her life. Which she really doesn't need right now, considering Jason is already mad at her. And let's not forget the other love triangle. Or rectangle. Whatever it is. Lulu and Nathan. They are strengthening their bond. They are falling in love all over again. Or for the first time, depending on how you look at Nathan's memory issues. And it's beautiful, sure. But Maxie, poor Maxie Jones, she has to watch this. She has to watch her dead husband, who isn't dead, fall for her best friend. Again, it's torture. The spoilers say it's causing issues and pain for Maxie. Understatement of the year. She's grieving a living person. She's trying to be happy for Lulu, but it hurts. And Nathan, he's just trying to figure out who he is. And right now, who he is seems to be a guy who loves Lulu. It's tragic and romantic and messy. Finally, we have the party. The Wyndemere dinner party. Sidwell is planning it. Carly predicted it would be unforgettable. And you know what? When a mob boss, arms dealer, plans a party at a gothic castle on an island, unforgettable usually means explosive. Or deadly. Or both. Chaos is coming to Spoon Island. Marco is freaking out about it. Jason is probably preparing for it. And everyone invited is walking into a trap. It's going to be the climax of the week. Oh, and one last thing. Jacinda Bracken. Who is she, really? She's going to confide in Michael Corinthos. She's going to tell him about her history. And the timing, it's suspicious. Very suspicious. With the investigation into Delilah heating up and Dante finding clues, Jacinda's confession might be the missing piece of the puzzle. Is she related to Delilah? Does she know what happened? Michael is going to get an earful, and knowing Michael, he's going to get involved. So there you have it. That's the rundown. March 9 to March 20. It's going to be exhausted. I'm exhausted just typing it. Jason yelling. Willow trembling. Jordan panicking. Portia plotting. And a dinner party that is definitely going to end with someone getting hurt. Grab your popcorn, folks. It's gonna be a wild ride.